go.
One of the problems I always had with installing 2-inch fittings is that the hose is very tight and it's hard to get the fitting in. So I came up with a solution that comes from my automotive background, which is using a pipe expander to gently expand the hose before trying to insert the fitting so that it goes in nice and easy. Exhaust tailpipe expander. Very cheap to buy, readily available at hardware store, Canadian Tire. When I saw this electric tape on the end of this hose, I'm assuming that somebody put that there last year, probably because it was leaking. So rather than wait for it to leak again, I decided better to change out, cut the hose a bit and change it up so that we don't have another leak to fix once we're ready to go.
Yeah, that somebody was probably me. Good call.
Using my trusty knife to cut the hose off, since it'll just make it a little bit easier. You can see it's a very tight fit.
You want a sharper knife?
No, it's coming.
Okay, there you go.
So if I just try to shove this in here, when the hose is new, it's very tight. In this case, because it's been used for irrigation for a couple of years, it's stretched a bit. It fits nicely, so I don't need to use the expander. If I'm using brand new hose, I probably would.
Can we get a demonstration of what that would look like?
So basically, we insert the expander into the hose, and by tightening this bolt, it basically opens the teeth of the expander, allowing it to stretch the hose.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So now I'm going to put the 2 clamps on to the hose before I put the fitting in. Slide them back. When I'm putting hose clamps on something like this, I always like to put 2 if I can, just so that it's double secure. And I keep the nuts where I'm going to tighten the clamp facing the same direction, so when you're working it's just easier than switching things around. I feel the end of the nipple, and there's a ridge there, so I'm going to put the first clamp right beside that ridge where it's going to have the most effect. And then I'll feel again, there should be another ridge, and I'll put the second one next to the second ridge.